The final word.
The final word.
The final word.
The final word.
Let's go. It's been clowns.
A lot of them.
The final word.
Sick of it.
The final word.
Sick of it.
The final word.
Man,
You nailed that, boss. You nailed that, boss. Just to let you know that. You nailed
appreciate
that.
that, big dog.
Like, it was almost like
The final word.
that came down from heaven, boss. Law set it off with the final word.
Yeah.
OC hit it. I came in. Then you came in with the perfect, the final word.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, it's that
You did that
time of
The
perfect.
final
dog.
word.
You did the damn thing on that one. Pat yourself on the back on that.
The
Man,
final
should I give
word.
myself a hand clap?
Give yourself about 5 hand claps.
All right, let me give it. Here we go.
Get yourself some hand claps.
Let's go.
That was a damn good job.
If the button just worked. Let's go, button. Dang. Hold on. Try it again.
The final word.
There you go.
There it is. The final word. Don't do it today,
The final word.
Oh, you see I got my Facebook
final
back, y'all?
word.
The final word. You see I got my Facebook back?
All 20K.
All 20K back in the business, baby.
Free at last. Free at last. Thank God Almighty. Free at last.
And Black History Month too. Woo-wee. Black History Month. We love it.
Man.
Don't talk too loud now.
You're right. You're right. You're right, Law. You're right. I mean, not jump up too, but it be canceled tomorrow.
That's a big deal, though, big man, because your Facebook go fed, bro. People sleeping on your Facebook. Boy,
My
sitting over there
Facebook
with
go hard, dog.
20,000.
Dog, that
Yeah.
That hurt me. When my face, when that was gone, that hurt me, boss. I didn't even have no energy to do another one.
I understand. Ooh, I
You feel
understand.
me? That's just too
The
much
final
work.
word.
Yeah.
Let's get it, though.
Let's
Let's get it, though.
Easy money. Yeah. Let's go, man. Let me see. Did I get that title wrong? Let me check this title. Nah, we good.
The
That
final
title beautiful.
word.
Yeah, man.
Final word. Oh yeah, and it's live on the
Final
page too,
word.
boss. Ooh, we feeling real good now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but sadly, bro, we got to talk about these clowns today, bro. We
I
gotta talk
mean,
about
it's
these.
always clown behavior. It's cool. It's cool. I'm cool.
Ooh,
with
that was
clown
dope.
behavior.
Let me do that again. You see that? Look at this.
What's that? What?
Look.
The final word.
Ooh.
Really
word.
We
The
finna,
final word.
yeah, we gonna talk about this clickbait
The
today,
final
bro.
word.
It's out of control.
The
bro.
final word.
We gotta set the record straight on that. One more time, cause that was dope, man. I gotta. Ooh, got these clowns out here
The
talking.
usual suspects, and then bam,
Bam!
hit 'em with the real ones.
Ooh,
Hit 'em with the real.
Ooh,
Hit 'em with the
wait.
real.
Let's get it, bro. Let's
the
get
real.
it, man. Sick of it. I really am. I'm sick of it.
The final
All right,
word.
let's go, man. Where my button at so we can get it going? I just need to get that. There it is. All right, let's go.
What up, everybody in the building? Keep
What's
on
up,
coming in
everybody?
on all channels. We appreciate you. You missed us last week, but we are back in the building.
Back in the building, man. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. We back, baby.
Let's go. We back. Run it up. You got to run it
I
up.
just wanna run it up. Can we check or something? I've been really in the field, let up, yeah. I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah.
Oh, that was the show
Kinda
right
check
there.
the sound.
That was the show right there.
Lately, I
That
just
was the show
wanna
right
run
there.
it up.
It was.
Count that too, count it up, count it up. Lately I just wanna run it up. Need them ones, I need them fives, need them tens, I need that change to the sink. Got blues inside.
What's Space City in the building? What's up,
Greens and pinks,
Space?
it's all the same.
What's up, Space? Space Cowboy.
D.A. Lee Keystone, we see ya. Albert. What up, what up, what up?
What up?
We see y'all, man.
Still the same, not switching sides, now it's about loyalty.
Regina, Eric, Michael, Life, Queen, we see you.
Yeah. Name Purpose, Sugar Daddy, Aaron Kramer, Albert Smith, Michael Lockhart, Boothang, Michael Autry, Jacob Lavers, who? Mac Jones, who? Let's go.
Sometime today, let's get it. All right. All right. Yeah, man, we appreciate y'all coming on in this building. So let's go and kick it off, bro. We ain't gonna play no games, bro.
We don't play no games.
We ain't gonna play no games. Let's get right into it, cause see, it's a lot of stuff going on right now. So
Right.
I ain't gonna start with the ugly stuff. Let's first start with the football stuff. I don't really want to start with the gossip. I really don't.
Okay,
Is that
let's
cool?
go. Yep,
Law,
let's
you
do
got
it.
something on your page, bro, I want to talk about. Let's go to Law page, because Law talking football. Let's talk football first, if that's cool.
Let's talk football.
All right.
Yeah, let's get into the nitty.
Yeah, let's
gritty.
get into football.
The gritty.
On some football
gritty.
talk. The real talk. So you got a good, obviously, breakdown on this Hooker quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about that, Law, and then we go get into it, because I got some things to say about that too.
All right.
Sorry,
Well,
usually we start with you, Big, but because we
No. Hey, it's totally fine. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Well, with Hendon Hooker, yes, he's 25 years of age. That's a long tooth in college years. So he's right into the situation of being looked at as a Cowboys backup quarterback in training. The reason why the Cowboys like him, I think, because he's 6'4" and he's about 220. He got a strong arm. He can throw the ball all over the field. And on top of that, he's coming off of an ACL injury too. Peyton Manning spoke glowingly of Hendon Hooker. Nevertheless, if the Cowboys trying to help out their backup quarterback room, why not draft a quarterback every year if you have reservations on your quarterback in general? And I think that the Cowboys bringing him in or exclusively intrigued by him too, because of the fact that he can scurry, get out of the pocket. He can climb in the pocket, slide in the pocket well. He is a guy to improve year to year, although he's long in the tooth as it relates to his age of being 25. Right now, I think he's older than even Jalen Hurts right now, right? So you got to look at all of that. But I think that coming out of college, he's going to have one of the stronger arms, and he will help as it relates to being a guy that the Cowboys can groom. And if the Cowboys do decide to draft him, would it be nice if they draft Jalin Hyatt in the second round?
Sure. What's your thoughts on that, Big?
I'm with it. I'm all the way with it. I got to, I saw a little bit of, quarterback that he's talking about. Not extensively, but I did see the strong arm. Obviously, I just turned on one game. It was the Alabama game.
Yeah, that Alabama's all
yeah.
I just happened to be. It's crazy, right? Because I was just sitting down, and I just happened to turn that game on. Like I was not trying to watch no college football, and that game was on. And that's how I found out about Jalin Hyatt, because I was tweeting like crazy, like, "Who is this dude, man? Get him! He fast." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Coach Fowler in the building. What's up, Coach?
You know what I'm saying? So. I'm with Law. I like it. I think he could be a good backup. I don't think he's a starter. I know he's a little long in the tooth at 25. I don't think he's a starter in this league. I definitely think he can add athletic ability, strong arm. I'm definitely with it over Cooper Rush. Now, I'm not hating on you, Cooper Rush. Please understand me, Cooper Rush. I'm not hating on you. Came in and did a great job. But I like this better. Okay. And then just what we're talking about, I love what Law said at the end. Jalin Hyatt in the second round. Jalin Hyatt in the second round. That's what I heard Law say. The second round, not the first. So that means Law came. Me and Law in a good universe right there. Me and Law are in a great universe, because he ain't saying no first rounder. He's saying second. We say second, I feel good. So I feel good about everything he said, and I'm with all that.
Big. So I love it. Just to add my 2 cents to it. I don't like it. I love it, like my boy Law said.
I love it too. Yep.
Like, listen, because and some people, they go try to protect Dak right here. They be like, oh, we don't need a quarterback. Yes, you do. Yes, you do, bro.
Yes, you do.
Like, man, shoot, we know we need a quarterback. We just saw we needed a backup quarterback with Cooper Rush.
Right.
We can do better than Cooper Rush. Anywhere we can improve the roster, I'm with it. And let's also keep it real. Let's keep it all the way funky. Let's keep it all the way funky, man. It's good for Dak Prescott to always feel heat.
Yes, because we were like that with Romo, right? Because that never happened with Romo. You feel me, boss?
Right.
That never happened with Romo Law.
Yeah.
Stephen McGee, right?
They always protected him, and I remember before I even got into this media thing, it would always frustrate me when they would never get a quarterback to challenge him. Not to say to take his job, but to always keep him on his toes. Never come in lackadaisical.
Nope.
Never come in not working hard, because this guy is right here beside you, and he could take your job.
He called.
You feel me?
Another
so
I
love it.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead, boss.
Another reason I love it, bro, is because we also saw a good model of how to use his kind. That don't sound right. Did they come up?
Yeah.
His kind.
They came in slaverish. They came in slaverish. They came in real slave master. They came in real slave master.
Oh, hell no.
On Black History Month.
His
Black History Month, it came in slave master.
Down, boy.
Get down.
Yeah, boy. Hey, boy.
Kind.
Yeah.
Ooh, no, that didn't sound right. But what I'm saying, his kind. I'm talking about. I'm talking about that athletic side to him.
Mobile quarterback.
That mobile side to him, and he's extreme. My boy Space said counseled.
Yeah, for real.
His kind.
For real.
His kind. Yeah, that didn't come out right, Space. I kind of, maybe I need to kind of bring that on
in
back
real life,
a little bit.
Look, hey, boss, in real life, your show over after this one. You gonna have to go in and delete, delete.
Ooh, that boy said boss came in with the Donald, the blacks. Hey, listen, some of y'all, listen. I'm the.
The Hennessy report shows that Boss Cowboy is now fired on ESPN. More news at 30.
That boy say the Hennessy report. See you next. Though. The Hennessy report. Hey, but his kind though, real talk. We saw his type, his kind, whatever you want to say it, really work for Philly. Real talk. Like now, there's a good quality model for his style of quarterback play. Right? He's very good with the vertical ball. Would anybody deny that?
No, not a soul.
So Hurts,
that's his calling card.
Yeah,
His
vertical ball.
game.
So he got a vertical ball that's outstanding. He runs. He looked like he faster than Hurts if I'm judging by game speed. You know what I mean? So there's a model of how to use athletic quarterbacks on a rookie contract, where you're not putting a bunch of pressure on them. What's y'all thoughts on that?
Well, when you got somebody with an arm like Hooker, I mean, that can throw all of those deep passes, that deep post look that you want, that seam route, whereas he can hold the safety because that's what you want. And if you can get it to the outside shoulder, and while that safety is still in the middle of the field, and you got the other DB playing underneath, that seam route becomes deadly now with a guy like a Cavante Turpin. Or if you go into the situation, whereas you look at Jalin Hyatt, the reason how he was able to destroy Roll Tide, you know what I mean? Yeah. So you got to look at it in those capacities. And I would say this right quick, the Cowboys, I'm not saying that Hooker will be a starting quarterback. There are some growing pains that he will have to go through, moving from one level to the next, but he will be a great project that you can look at. And here's another thing. Having a backup quarterback that marries your starting quarterback is always key, because what we don't see out of Cooper Rush and Dak is the same skill set. And keep this in mind. Cooper Rush may still be a free agent because remember, it took him 6 to 7 years to pick up that offense, and that offense is still the Jason Garrett / Kellen Moore. You know what I'm saying? I don't see those boys in here anymore. If you think about it, look what happened to Cooper Rush when he went to Giants land. You know, he couldn't make that team over there, although that was still Jason Garrett offense. But you guys get what I'm saying.
No, I love it, man. I love it. Matter of fact.
3, 2, 1, drop it.
And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best.
Drop it hard.
Let's go.
It's time to...
Yeah, Big is on you.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with Law on what he's saying. I just like the fact that we're bringing some athleticism at the position.
Yeah.
I want that. I want athleticism at the position because Dak doesn't really run anymore, right? He's got a very strong arm. He can release it, and I like that juice. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I love it.
Cooper Rush. Let me say this one more time. I'm not hating on you, Cooper Rush, but you stale to me. I'm sorry. He's stale. I want some freshness in there. Let's get some Hooker up in there. You got some new coaches. You fired some people. You got rid of some people. Then go ahead and just get rid of Cooper Rush and let's be dangerous. And go ahead and get Hooker and let's just be dangerous out there. Because like I said, he's 25. So he should be up there upstairs mature, right? You're 25 years old. You should be a little bit more mature. So you're not going to be the average rookie coming out of college. So you know, I like all that. You know, I feel really good about that. I hope they draft him.
Me too.
You know, and you know, I think he'll slide down. He won't be an early guy because I don't think a lot of people view him as a starter right now. So I think he'll definitely slide. So I definitely think he'll be there for the taking, especially if you can get him late. And I definitely think he will add to the room. I think people will be excited about that and within the team. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like that. I just feel like they'll be excited to grab him. And once they see that arm and him throwing them long bombs, we'll get excited too. So let's go ahead and get him. I'm cool with that. Let's go ahead and scoop him up to get him a little bit later. I'm cool with that. Let's go ahead and scoop him up. Let's do that.
See, check. Let me ask y'all a question. Could he end up being the best value in this draft? See, because I like them types. And I'm going to tell you why I said that. Because I said value, buzzword value. You know what I mean? I think I could see a potential deal with him, bro. So, because check this out. Tennessee QB Hendon Hooker has met extensively with the Raiders, Panthers, Giants, Saints, and Cowboys during the pre-draft process per source. The dual threat talent is expected to be healthy and ready for training camp after suffering a torn ACL in November.
Oh, we love hurt players.
That's what I'm saying. That's where he could be a value.
We love the hurt players.
We
love the hurt players. Mm-hmm. That falls right in our category.
Right. Yeah. And I do like it, though. I like it. I love it because
he'll be a steal in the fourth, though.
Right, he'll be a steal.
Is like second and third, but still in the fourth, man.
Right, exactly. A pure steal. That's why I'm saying, could he end up being the best value in the entire draft?
Let me ask you this though, because a lot of people on this side they love Max Duggan. So have you guys seen the tape on him yet?
Hell yeah.
How do you like him?
Tape. He reminds me of Andy Dalton. No, I want
Wait, is that the TCU? Is it the colors?
Yep.
Bruh.
I don't want him. He remind me of TCU. He remind me of Andy Dalton. No, I don't want him. I'm sorry. I'm not saying he's terrible either. I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback. I don't want him.
You say you don't want him drafted at all? At all?
No. I want him drafted, but just
no.
Not
I'm
with
saying
the
to Dallas. Like, would you take him even in the fourth, the fifth? You wouldn't take him in the fourth.
They had projection for fifth, sixth, right? For Max, or is it better?
I'm gonna keep it real. I'd rather go with Max in the sixth.
Oh, wait. Okay, I'm gonna go take another look at him then, bro.
You go ahead and take a look at him. I'm sixth rounder for me. I'm cool. I'd rather Hooker. I want a strong arm guy, an explosive guy. a guy that's gonna, you rush him out the pocket. And he
You
throw
want
what?
you
Deep
want a strong
bomb.
arm hooker, huh?
A strong arm. I want a strong arm hooker. I want a strong arm hooker. Yes, I want a strong arm hooker. Mm-hmm.
Nah, man, but Hooker tape and see the only thing about Hooker is he a little bit wild with his feet. He arm. He whipped that
But
ball.
he's gonna be
though.
our backup. Let's coach him up.
He
Remember, we don't have Kellen Moore now, right?
Yeah.
Right.
You got Mike McCarthy.
Yeah.
So he can coach him up.
He sure can.
Let's do that.
Because he hold that ball like Aaron Rodgers used to hold that ball. Y'all remember how Aaron came into the league? He was holding that ball with two hands.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's how Hooker.
But you know what? He sits in the pocket like Josh Allen a little bit. Tall.
He's not scary in the pocket. He stands tall in the pocket.
Yeah, he plays football.
Yeah, he does.
He just plays football. Like he out there like a Sandlot. Is he?
He's
risky?
a Sandlot guy.
Is he? Yeah.
Very risky.
Let's talk. Talk. Go ahead.
He's very risky.
You go.
He's very risky.
Yeah.
He's a Sandlot guy. He's not the traditional guy, right?
No.
You're taking a risk by going there.
Yes.
But guess what? We don't take risks no more, right, boss? So let's take some risks now.
I love it.
Let's take some risk. I want risk. Go get Deron Payne. Let's take some risk. Let's get out there and take more risk. Let's take risk. I'm cool with risk.
What would be your vision for him? Because I could even see using him. Y'all hear me out. Don't laugh.
And packages. Put him in packages.
You took the words right out of my mouth, bro.
Put him in some packages.
Right now. Like right now. I can see packaging him up, bro. Like, what you think about that, Law?
Looking back at his tape, I just hope he's 25, like you said, the mature aspect will be there. And he probably seen a lot. At what height do you guys like your quarterbacks? Let me know.
I'm gonna be honest.
Or if it don't mean anything.
No, it does mean something to me. In the perfect world, I like you at least be 6'1", because you have to see. Because personally, those offensive linemen are tall. They ain't short. Yeah. A lot of those offensive linemen are 6'3" and up. So, and Law and Boss, when you're playing behind that line and you have to throw the ball, those guys are standing up. You have to look over top of them. They were saying when I watched Drew Brees, he was saying he almost had to stand on his tippy toes when he threw the ball because he couldn't see over the lineman when he threw the deep ball. So I want my guy at least 6'1", and I feel like this guy fixed the bill. He's athletic enough, and I want somebody who can just sling it, man. You know what I'm saying? Just go out there and just sling it. We just really need to get this dude. I feel like it's a good marriage.
I want you about 6'4" to answer your question, Law.
Yeah, okay.
If I had an ideal size, 6'4" and up, and I want you also now in today's NFL, I want you athletic as well. I think it's something to that. Like, and when I say athletic, I ain't talking about black. I'm talking about athletic. You can be purple. Yeah. You can be green.
Right.
Just athletic. Like Daniel Jones is also athletic. What's up, JC? But you see what I'm saying? Like, I want athleticism. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's the modern quarterback, regardless of color. You know what I mean? Like Josh Allen is athletic. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I want guys that can beat you now even more than just your arm, especially on a rookie contract.
I agree.
Yeah. So that's just my gut feeling about it. Now, real quick, hold on. I need to check on one thing. I'm gonna flip the subject because we talking about football before we get into this clown behavior that's going around. Because we gonna talk about these clowns, man. Because it's super annoying about the clickbait. And listen, y'all, it's a lot of y'all see through it just like we do, you know. But we gotta talk about it, man. There's just a massive amount of clickbait, and it's not gonna stop. It's not gonna stop. It's gonna go all off season. And we need to be, in my opinion, the watchers on the wall. I'm gonna switch it to another subject because I think I'm starting to get people on my side. Because at first y'all was mad at me for saying this, but let's take another look at what I was talking about. The Eagles having massive losses to their defensive roster.
Oh, let me check in on the Eagles right quick, man. Let me see what they saying right now on this. Oh, y'all all right? Why y'all crying on the hush?
Yeah, they should be crying. See, because the funny thing is, I was saying they don't build like us. Oh, shut up, boss! You being a homer. Like, no, bro. Howie is not better than Will McClay. No, he's not. He not even better than Jerry. Yeah, I said it. He not better than Jerry. Now, if he better than Steven, I would say yes. But he ain't even better than Jerry Jones, in my humble opinion. Because they already having to rip up that whole defense. And let me ask y'all a question. I'm going to flip it to y'all. How is the Eagles go replace 9 starters on D and their offensive coordinator and their defensive coordinator and stay the same? I'm going to start with you, Big.
I mean, boss, I feel what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Okay, I get what you're saying, and to that certain point, I agree with you. But I'm sorry, I'm not gonna understand this. How I'm saying this, boss. I don't f with the Eagles, but what Howie Roseman did, I'm not hating on what he did. He was aggressive. He's not going to sit there. He's not going to sit there and stand there and wait for things to happen. He made things happen. I'm not going to fault no man that does that. I'm not going to fault no man that sits back and waits for things to happen. He makes those things happen. Now, is there a chance that you're going to take when you jump out there? Yes. But that's the chance you have to take when you're trying to be aggressive. It got them to the Super Bowl. They didn't win it, but it got them there. So I'm sorry. I can't. I'm not hating on no Howie Roseman. I don't like those Eagles, but I like his aggressiveness. I don't like Stephen Jones and even Jerry talking about I'm cool with being in the middle and I like being in the middle and don't come at me about deals because I know how to make deals and I know how to be aggressive when it calls for. Well, I feel like it has called for you to be aggressive. This is a good year for you to be aggressive, right?
Yep.
Jerry said in his thing, I know when it is time to be aggressive. Well, this is a time. So I don't go against Howie Roseman's aggressiveness. I like how he doesn't play around. He doesn't wait. He goes after it. And that's what I want. But if you're saying that when you say as far as is he better than Jerry? Right now he is, because I feel like Steven neutered Jerry. Jerry had the gun-ho-ness. He had the big nuts, but Steven came and cut those and sliced them. So now it's almost like he's listening to his son all the time, and I'm sorry, conservative don't win to me. And how Stephen Jones is doing it, I like how he keeps it young. I like how he's diplomatic with the contracts, but once again, you still got to jump out there and get somebody. So I don't agree with that part of what he's doing.
And I was going to fight you, bro, but you just told too much truth. Like, just, I was gearing up. I was trying to get all my points.
I know you was. I felt it.
You did. Yeah, bro.
I felt it while you was quiet. You was like,
yeah. Bro,
I got it.
Listen, bro, I was clacking.
I know you was.
But you right on that, Steve. Yeah. I was loading the clip on this boy. Yeah, here we go. Another one of these. But I was like, no. That's the big point right there. The end point is where I was like, yeah, I gotta chill. Because you right. Because see, in my opinion, I want to get your opinion on this, Law. Jerry, at this point of the team, would know how to close this out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's Steven, and you right. I do believe you all the way right on that. That if Jerry at this point said, okay, move Steve, I got it.
Yeah.
At this point. Now, if you got to build the whole roster, give me Steven.
Right.
If you got a budget for the next 4 years, give me Steven. But where we are right here, give me Jerry.
Right now, give me Jerry. Like, you know what? Shut up, Steven. I'm getting Daron Payne.
Right.
Shut up.
Yep.
I'm just.
That's what we need.
Just make it work.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. I'm at.
I'm gonna flip it after Law was fun. I'm gonna flip it because I got another thing I'm gonna put on y'all. But go ahead, Law.
Okay.
I'm looking at it like this. You got too many Chiefs in the room. Two in the possible. Jerry and Steven, and possibly Will McClay. And I think that in any capacity, it would look better if it was just Will McClay, right? And allow Jerry to be the closer. For those who are in sales,
like
you will have the store closer, right?
Yep.
The person that can close the deal, that can offer the 20% discount or the 30% discount to get the deal done. And that's what Jerry would do. So if you have Jerry, the mastermind, to be just a closer and let Will McClay pick out the groceries, do all of the risk moves and things like that, I promise you this team will be phenomenal. Now, the wild card is Stephen Jones because he looks at everything like conservative, like what my guy Boss Cowboy just said. He didn't want probably Deion Sanders stories out there that he didn't want that, right? He didn't want that. Nope. So he didn't want certain deals to go through, but that is the risk that you got to take. So he is the son that's basically born with the silver spoon in the mouth. So he don't know how to get his hands dirty, right? So that's what Jerry knew how to do. He knew how to get those hands dirty. So he would go out there and make deals. He would pick up the phone, give me Charles Haley. I'll figure it out down the line. Give me Rocket Ishmael down the line. Let's figure this out. Let's not worry about X, Y, and Z. If you need to pay Moose Johnson, I will give him the coins. If you need Joey Galloway, I will give him a chance and an opportunity. That was Jerry. But the son was like, Daddy, remember Joey Galloway. Remember Roy Williams. Remember your pitfalls. Remember Brandon Hughes' car. Dad, let me take control of this. Let's go get a Zach Martin, right? And not get Johnny Manziel. So those two things right there, you will always be in the same circle, right? So from what you saying, Big Game James and Boss, is that yes, I do look at what Howie Roseman did was wonderful. Remember, they are a Jalen Hurts fumble away from winning that Super Bowl. So I look at it from that aspect of it too. But in order for you to get there, you got to at least risk it a little bit, That's a little bit.
Man,
I agree.
I gotta hit the homie button on that, man. If I already did, I'm gonna hit it twice.
3, 2, 1, drop it.
Remember,
3, 2, 1.
you're listening to nothing but the best.
Fire!
Your call.
Hey, boss. Yo.
Oh, the Eagles, I
jump
mentioned
in there. Before you jump in there and say anything, though, boss.
Yeah.
I was never mad when Jerry went and got Rocket. I wasn't mad when Jerry went and got Joey Galloway. I wasn't mad when he went out and got Roy Williams, Ken Hamlin. I was never mad at that. I was never mad because I was always in my head as a fan then was like, he's always trying to make us better. That's what I always looked at. I never got mad at him because he always tried. He would hear the media say it one year, and then the next year he would be on it. So I'm sorry. I never got mad at Jerry. Even if it was a bad deal, I always looked at it like he was trying to make us better. He was trying to get us over the top. He was trying to get us to that way. So he was like, you know what? Oh, we need explosiveness? Then I'm going to go get a receiver. Oh, we need this? Then I'm going to go get that. Oh, we need this? Then I'm going to do that. Steven is the exact opposite, and that's what bothers me. That style that Steven has, I'm sorry. I don't feel like it wins in the end. It's good. It will keep you competitive, but it won't get you over the hump. My feelings right there.
I want to flip it on you.
Flip it.
It's not a bad flip, too. But this is something I've been thinking about. I mentioned it yesterday when I was doing the show. That the Dallas Cowboys don't build through the draft. They replace through the draft.
Okay. Elaborate.
Yeah.
So, Dez Bryant was replaced by Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper was replaced by CeeDee Lamb. Both of them had chances to run together to continue domination. If you would have added weapons on top of those guys, right, that's building through the draft. versus we always looking to subtract assets instead of building on top of the assets.
Yes.
So
Okay.
that's why I'm saying, like, even bringing this to Zeke, even though we disagree a little bit on Zeke, or a lot of bit, it's cool. But this is my point with it. As much as possible, I would want us as our all-in strategy, right? Retain as much as possible unless it's in a deep room. That would be my criteria, right? Unless it's in a deep room, try to retain everything and then actually this year build on top of it with the draft.
But they won't.
Yeah.
Well, here's my kickback with that, boss.
All right.
Here's my pushback with that. I see what you're saying, but my pushback is this.
Okay.
You keep Ezekiel Elliott and you bring back a Tony Pollard, right?
Yep.
But you're still, if you sit there and say we're franchising Tony Pollard, we're going to give Ezekiel Elliott a reduced number, that just don't make sense to me. I feel like you're still in you're in a conservative mindset, because I don't feel like you're going to go all in. I still don't feel like you're all in. I feel like I don't know. I just don't like it. I feel like when you bring it back Ezekiel Elliott, you're doing scared money. When you're bringing back a Tony Pollard, I feel like you're doing kind of scared money, because you're putting them at a one-year deal, a franchise deal. That's scared money to me. You know why? Because you brought back Dalton Schultz for a one-year deal. He's not staying with you. So you brought back Tony Pollard for 1 year, and you had for $10 million. You could have finessed that. You can get your hands dirty. You can manipulate things. You can get grimy with it. Like, if you really want to make it work, you can get your hands dirty. That's the easy sell, boss, to go ahead and hit Pollard with the 1 year deal, bring back it's easy that way, boss. That's just what I feel in my heart. It's too easy. It's let's do this, let's do that. No, let's get our hands dirty and let's figure out how we can work this to make it really pop. They don't want to never get their hands dirty. And just like with Amari Cooper. And here's what I said on my tweet, boss-in-law. You wanted to get rid of Amari Cooper, right? Because you was in your feelings or whatever. He went on to Cleveland with Jacoby Brissett and had his second best year of his career. We were crying about a second receiver. You had one, you let him go. But now you're talking about keeping Ezekiel Elliott. You got rid of Amari Cooper, who could have got you over the hump possibly this year, right? But you got rid of him because of what, flack? But because Ezekiel Elliott and you love him, you want to make things work. That don't make sense to me, because Ezekiel Elliott ain't going to get you over the hump this year, right? In my opinion.
Yeah, I'm saying the Zeke is a maintained piece. He's not an over-the-top piece. It's trying to hold together what got us 2 games away from the Super Bowl. And then Space had a point. He said using the franchise tag now every year is a sign of a lack of urgency to get deals done. Ironic coming from Catboy, who likes to sign. Man, see, that's a fantastic.
Oh man, that is fantastic.
That's the truth.
Exactly. And see, it's
the
the
truth.
lack of urgency. To me, that's the problem. And then we got us a super chat. He said if we would have built on Ron Leary instead of Connor Williams, where would we be? And see, to help your point a little bit, big, because this is not about trying to be right. I'm also thinking it through from your side too.
I feel
so
you.
from your side, the issue is, in my opinion, to really help your point and be fair and balanced, because I'm gonna do a whole video on this tomorrow, and I'm gonna come from this. I'm gonna talk about your point. The thing about Dallas, though, to your point, in terms of us being scary, we are at least very good at replacing. You see what I'm saying? We real good at replacing. So when you saying Dallas can go ahead and hold a balls and likely get somebody like Zeke, history says they have done that. I just don't want to bet on that again, because it's like, damn, Will McClay, we putting all this pressure on you to always replace a dog. And 12 touchdowns ain't easy to replace. Especially how Law called it money zone. And I ain't gonna kindle this debate. This ain't about that debate.
Right.
But I'm more so just, I'm still like over here like thinking about the all-in strategy should be maintain most of our guys. And I'm gonna say this, then we go to another subject. I don't think we should look at hardly any outside free agents unless we talking about paying Steele, Donovan Wilson, and Diggs.
I agree.
Wow. I thought I was gonna get caught on that.
I agree too.
For me on that.
I agree with you with that.
Yeah.
We argue about build around, and you use the word replace, and you're right. If we look at the defense and say, okay, we're going to build around Parsons, how do you do that? Well, you don't take away weapons. Donovan Wilson had 5 sacks last season.
Yes.
And he accounted for more things because it would literally been 8 sacks if they count intentional grounding. People don't look at that from a connotation that, hey, that's a sack at the end of the day when a player is intentionally grounding the ball. So in my opinion, Donovan Wilson had 8 sacks last year. And what you want to do with that is say, how can we get better at that? Well, go get a Dayron Payne. That would immediately help LVE if you bring him back. That would immediately help my guy, Michael Parsons, and on top of that, any of the DBs. And if you fool around and in this draft a Cam Smith or a Joey Porter Jr. or whoever may be at the DB spot, then that would immediately help this team out. Or if you go into the free agency pool and go get another veteran cornerback, that will help out and figure out a way to extend Diggs right now. And like you said, what Space Cowboy said, if the Jones family is about drafting well, then damn it, don't wait to end of life on contracts to start negotiating.
Right.
Pollard negotiation should have happened in the year 2021, but you let the end of life contract occur, and that's when you got to pay his highest premium. That's when you got to pay the most. I know you know that, boss. You in sales and things like that. When you wait to the end of it, it's time to pony up everything. It's going to be more. There's going to be more because now you're back at the negotiation table. So go ahead, sign Diggs. Go ahead and figure out my guy Donovan Wilson, and go ahead and figure out these guys before the end of life. You can't put two.
But that's the problem, though, Law. That's the problem, though, Law. I agree with you, but that's the problem. See, you knew Diggs was coming up, right? It's not like you didn't know. And look at you right now. You're doing the same thing you do to every single damn Dallas Cowboys player. You wait till the contract ends. You sit there and play this stupid game of hardball. And why? You guys see these contracts ahead of time. Terrence Steele, he was restricted. You still knew he was coming up. You could have did it. You did it with La'el Collins and a couple other guys. You signed them guys early. Then why don't you jump on it early instead of waiting to play this stupid foo-foo game that they're going to play? They're going to play the foo-foo game with Trevin Diggs, and it don't make no sense. And that's what I don't like about them. They know it's ahead of them, but they sit there and wait till the last minute, and it hurts the team. It hurts the team because you guys want to continually wait till the last minute to make deals.
Yeah.
When you guys could be ahead of the curve, just like you just said, Law, they could be so far ahead of the curve. I just don't agree with how they do things.
No.
I see other teams who get aggressive early and they don't wait. We always wait till the last minute and then we want to play the game, and that just don't work in NFL.
We run up
to
our
me.
own price all the time.
No.
And then Stargazer said, boss, what do you think about the article said the NFL analysts say Zeke would get nothing but vet minimum anywhere? That's what we talking about this today. We go get to that clown stuff. We go get to them jokers. Yeah, cause see, it's that time of the year, man. It's real frustrating stuff. And then Common Sense said, on the super chat. We shouldn't get weaker on purpose, and instead of replacing and replenishing, how about just simply add to the position team? That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's what I wish we should do. Like real talk. That's exactly what I think we should do. Yeah.
I sent you it's to your Gmail. If you could play that audio clip, that would be clutch because it's going to go back to the philosophy. Your philosophy is your philosophy. You don't really change it. I just sent it to your Gmail. It's like a minute. I got over 140,000 people to view that on my TikTok.
I'm pulling it now, man. I'm gonna need you to talk from. You know how it goes.
Yes, indeed. So a philosophy is a philosophy, and waiting for the last minute to get deals done just been the Cowboys' way. And the price of the bag always going to go up higher when you do those type of things. And we're seeing it over and over again with the Jones family to that degree. Now, granted, we talked about DeMarco Murray coming off of the 2014 year. He was the offensive player of the year, Big Game James. And what did they do? They said, man, we're not finna pay this brother. We're gonna allow Joseph Randle because he said that there was meat left on the ball, and boom, 2015 occurred. Granted, the Cowboys finished that year third in rushing, but it could have been better, believe it or not, because we cut our legs out from under our feet.
I got it ready. You ready?
Yes, indeed.
Let's get it.
Wow. All my obligations are done. And
gotta
so
show
I get
video.
a restricted free agency.
Right. I ain't gonna get in trouble on
You ain't get in trouble for I already vetted it.
All right, okay. Let me y'all give me 1 second. I just want to make sure, because we trying to get paid too, y'all.
Oh, yeah, get paid, my brother.
Yeah, brother get paid. Young brother get paid.
Get paid.
All right, hold
Look
on.
at that man building the plane while it's in the air, man. Look, that's what we do,
That's
baby.
what we do, bro. This is what we do. Real talk. Let's go.
Yeah.
And so I get a restricted free agency. Right. I got 30 days to negotiate with 20 some odd teams to come play with them. And not one gave me a contract. Gave me an offer.
Did you have any conversations with them?
Man, I picked up the phone and called Don Shula myself and told him I wanted to come to Miami and play for Miami. Because I knew Dan Marino didn't have a running game.
Right. Yep.
And I wanted to come.
Crazy.
And I said, I want to go back. I want to help you, help Dan, and whatever, get a championship, bring me back to the state of Florida.
Right.
He said, well, I don't know if I can make that offer. I said, because if I do make this offer, and you don't come, all my other players will see what I put on the table for you, and it's gonna mess up my chemistry.
Right.
I'm gonna just put something on the table that Jerry cannot refuse.
Right.
So what I wanted to say is a philosophy is a philosophy. If they did that with Emmett, who is the greatest running back or one of the greatest running backs of all time, no one got more rushing yards than him, nor touchdowns, by the way. And he have the single playoff record of 19 touchdowns, and I don't think no one is close to that. Still to this day, if they did that to him, what you think that they would do to these other guys that's on this team?
Yeah, facts, straight facts. So it's another thing that we gotta talk about. I don't hear too many people talking about this. I think we kind of brushed this under the rug. This particular subject, I think we brushed under the rug, but I definitely want to run this by you big bros. All right, so here we go. We start with you, Big, on this Eric Bieniemy to Washington.
I got a button for you, man. I got a button for you, Big Game. Here you go.
I ain't never seen you pause like that, Big.
Shame. Yeah, for real.
Shame.
That's a bunch of shame.
Shame.
I just think that how they're bringing him in is disrespectful. I think it's disrespectful, in my opinion, that he's got to earn it. You got to earn a head coach job. Like, we got to see you do this first before
Oh,
you get
hold
the
on,
head
wait.
coach job.
Before we talk about it from that angle, I was talking about the football angle. My bad.
Okay. All right.
My bad. I was just talking about the football.
My bad. Okay, I'm
but we
sorry.
can go there too. We can go there too.
No, my bad.
I just
My
want to
bad,
talk
my
about
bad.
football first, and then we gonna definitely talk about that. Though. My bad. But I was like, why my dog pause? Because I know in football you be ready. I was like, what's going on? I know you got something to say football related. Let's go, big dog. All right, reset,
God.
rewind,
My
back
bad.
over.
Rewind.
Football.
Okay, so post that again. Show it to me again.
There it is.
Four Commanders players Eric Bieniemy might want to let go.
Don't worry about that. I'm just talking about
Okay.
Eric Bieniemy. I just pulled any article with his name in it. Basically.
Okay.
My bad. Just a back.
Okay, so Eric Bieniemy with the Washington Commanders.
Yeah, the whatchamacallit.
I'm not. If you want me to keep it real, I'm not scared of him.
Okay, that's what I've been waiting on. That's what
I'm not scared of no Eric Bieniemy. Okay, I'm gonna just keep it all the way 100.
Thank you.
I feel like he had a lot of help with Andy Reid. I really do. I feel like Andy Reid had a lot of control of that. Him coming over to Washington don't scare me at all. So if we're talking about that aspect of him with the team, Eric Bieniemy don't scare me as a coordinator or nothing. He just don't. And that's just how I feel. I'm not worried. I don't all of a sudden feel, the Washington Commanders are going to be the darling of the NFC East. No, they're not.
I'm keeping my own Washington. I'm watching them very close. They a couple of tweaks from being dangerous to me.
I ain't worried about them.
I'm watching to see what happened at quarterback. If they get the right quarterback with all those weapons they got over there, especially the 3 wide receivers, I think they trying to sneakily get a little bit dangerous, especially if he's the play caller that he's alleged to be. What's your thoughts?
As long as Ron Rivera's there, I ain't never worried.
Yeah, you think he a fumbler? You think he's a one?
He's a fumbler. I'm not afraid of. That's real. I'm not afraid of no. I'm not afraid of no. I'm not afraid of him at all. Nope, no Ron Rivera. Never scared of him.
Yeah, guys, do me a huge favor, man. I know people have been watching for over 30 minutes now. If you guys can hit that like button and share this content, that will help out tremendously. Because we know we got die-hard fans right now watching during the off-season, man. Y'all can do 1,000 things. But, man, please hit that like button. I ain't too proud to beg about it. My thoughts is it's easier to clean up the house than to build the house. And Eric Bieniemy, his job was to clean up the house. And it's Andy Reid is a great coach over there. You know, Alex Smith, he was able to get that guy in double-digit wins over there, right? Back-to-back seasons, they always were in contentions, right, with Andy Reid. And then since they got Eric Bieniemy, who had also his hands and fingerprints on Pat Mahomes, remarkable relationship. So now he got to come over there and build the house for the Washington team. They got some good pieces. Jahan Dotson, y'all know how I felt about the kid last year. I really like his skill set. They got a guy that's not scary, but his name is Terry McLaurin over there. And of course, you have Curtis Samuel, who numbers are very comparable to our number 2 wide receiver out of Michael Gallup. So yes, he got weapons, and then he got Brian Robinson. So I look at it like this, that team should make some noise, but it will not be the same because Andy Reid just got a blueprint out there for his team and his makeup, just remarkable. But shame on the NFL. How in the world you gonna have a situation and scenario that the offensive coordinator that won the Super Bowl can't get their head coaching job to the guys that lost in the Super Bowl? The defensive coordinator and the offensive coordinator both got head coaching jobs. Is that correct? Right?
Yeah.
From
and
the
I
Eagles,
bet you,
man?
and I bet you, and I bet you, Law, they're gonna fall on their face. They're acting like Gannon's gonna go over to the Cardinals. I'm sorry, I'm just keep it real. I agree with you, Law. It's just a bunch of womp womp. Because Nobody's gonna
Man,
jump
that boy
over there and
speechless. This is killing me.
Yeah,
Because
go spit it,
nobody-
man. They can't cancel you.
Come on. nobody is scared of no Rich Gannon and whoever the other dude was. They act like they did something over there in Philly. They're gonna fall flat on their face.
Trash.
Especially Gannon, he's gonna fall flat on his face. They are trash, in my opinion. That is trash how they got the jobs. That's trash. And then you got Eric Bieniemy, who's done all this. And I'm not saying he's great, but he's put in the work, right? He's put in the work. He's been to Super Bowls. He's put in work. He shouldn't have to go through be a coordinator to get a head coaching job. These dudes do this. Okay, they get to the Super Bowl and all of a sudden, no, man. I have a lot of problems with this. A lot of big problems with this, and I don't wish ill will with them because you want somebody get a job and do good. But I mean, I just don't think I don't want to see them just be great because I just don't like how they came in and just got it so easy. Bruh. It was too easy how they got it, man. They didn't, man. Come on, man. Especially the Gannon dude. At Cardinals, he ain't gonna do nothing over there. Sorry. That's pitiful.
I got something for that.
That's pitiful. Yeah. For real. It's pitiful. It's straight pitiful because shouldn't nobody have to do that, especially when you put in work the way he did. You shouldn't have to go through. But guess what? Where is he going to? Washington. With who? Daniel Snyder, right? And they've been having all kind of problems, right? And wouldn't you do the right thing, Daniel Snyder, and just say, Eric Bieniemy, you're our head coach? But that just says you don't even believe in him. Man, that's crazy.
Man, this will get on my nerves, man. I'm going to just be able to see. Y'all know I'm going to keep it 1,000, bro. I get sick of people that try to act like racism don't exist. Y'all get on my nerves.
It's hot.
Y'all really try to pretend. But see, some of y'all,
right.
If you stay in Utah, you probably really believe that. See, you can't be in a place to where you not around us, but you thinking for us. You not even around us, some of y'all. Now, if you around us, maybe you can have an opinion. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't have nobody around you that look like us, just be quiet. Cause y'all can't relate, cause it is racism still in this world. And see, this is how they try to mess it up, right? Because with a good heart, they'll say, "I'm not racist," but see, you're biased, and your bias is giving racist results, dog. And when you got a system to where a majority of the owners have one color, you're going to have biased outcomes. So we say this all the time on this show. It's not going to change until we start doing something about it, one. And two, it got to be some minority and diversity at the highest levels. It's not going to change. And some of this, let me tell y'all something else. Some of this is not even race. It's bias. But the bias is giving racist results. And we already talked about this on this show, to where sometimes we all have, because people will look at us and they'll say, but y'all are all black show, and everybody on your show all the time is black. So you guys are racist. Yeah,
Not me. I got a white one.
Oh, but I'm just saying. That's why I'm saying I want to be careful to not call it necessarily diabolical racism. Right. It's more so when you got a group that's comfortable around their own group. Sometimes you can still have racist outcomes. And we got to be honest about that type of stuff. If we can't be honest about that type of stuff, we ain't going to move forward, man. Just real talk. But getting back, I want to talk about something else, though, too, man. I want to talk about something else that's real. First of all, the final word up until the draft is going to be bringing y'all 2 shows a week, and this is crazy, which I'm loving it. So the week 1, we brought y'all the weapons. That was a fire show. Week 2, we brought y'all the running backs. So y'all make sure that y'all put it on your calendar to come back at 8 o'clock, because it's a whole different feel than what we doing right now. Because right now we just talking about everything. You know what I mean?
We're being calm right now. We're going to yell on Thursday.
But we get to squabbing when it comes to that. Like, it really
we're going to yell on Thursday.
Yeah, it really it comes down to that. You know what I'm saying? So check this out. I also want to highlight the homie Big Game James real quick in his Twitter page. Because on his Twitter page, I just want to kind of show you how serious balls are taking this stuff, right? We all talked about coming up with our own film breakdowns before we get in the show to highlight guys that's standing out to us. You see what I'm saying? And Big doing his part, just to give y'all just a clue, right? So you see, he already got a breakdown on his channel of Christian Gonzalez. You know what I mean? Which is one of the top rated corners right now in this particular draft, you know, and he putting out multiple content on what he believes and just preparing for Thursday. So I just wanted to stop before we continue and kind of plug what we getting ready to do, because this week we will be talking about corners. After that, I don't know what we gonna be talking about, but we just kind of taking it as it go.
D-ends.
D-ends, you want to go at the D-ends, dog?
Yeah, man, we need a D-end, dog.
Line, bro.
No, we need a D-end, bro.
We can go with that,
D-end, bro.
Yeah, we can go with that.
And the D-end class is very deep this year. The D-end class is very deep. Like, yes, it is. It's deep. Yes, it is. I looked at it. It's deep. It's deep. Trust me, it's deep. You can get some guys, and we need at least 2.
My boy Space say, I love all y'all. We love you too, Space, bro.
I love you too, Space.
We love you too, Space, bro. We ain't got no problem with Space. I call Space white. He was like, I might look white, but hey, read my last name, dog. Like, my bad, Space. My bad. Oh man, see, that's why I like it, because we can actually talk about this stuff in here and not get all offended and stuff. We cool, everybody cool, be cool, everybody relax. It's a conversation, be cool, it's okay. Hey, but now we go talk about some of this foolery, man, this clown stuff. All right, okay. I didn't want to talk about that at the beginning, man. I didn't want to even kind of spin the show on this type of stuff, but we go give y'all a fair warning that this stuff is real. All right, this clown behavior, right? So, because it's straight up clown behavior that's going on. All right. So when we just kind of get into it, we gonna kind of start with a couple of them, you know, and we gonna kind of build on top of it, just the clown stuff. So like, this is what's gonna happen in the offseason, so we just want y'all to get prepared for this. So is DeAndre Hopkins or Jalen Ramsey, who should the Cowboys trade for, right? This one is actually a little bit, kind of maybe something to have a conversation about, especially DeAndre Hopkins. You know what I mean? I think this one is kind of fair game to talk about. What y'all think? I'm gonna pause and get y'all.
Should it be like a clown-o-meter, like from a scale of 1 to 10? You know,
it should be a
clown-o-meter. Clown-o-meter. Yeah.
Clown-o-meter.
Now, what is the highest? Is 10 like serious
10
clown behavior and the okay?
10
right here, this is about 8 on my meter of clown behavior. This is about an 8, maybe 8.5.
Y'all participate in
you know why?
Yeah, participate.
You know why this is
want all
clown
y'all
behavior? Because number one, DeAndre Hopkins, how old is he?
100.
Right, he older, right?
Yeah, he old, man.
Dallas
younger
ain't
than T.
trading for no. Okay, but Dallas ain't trading for no older player.
Right.
So right there, that's clown behavior.
It's all fake news. It's phony stuff.
Exactly.
It didn't happen.
It didn't happen. They're not trading for no DeAndre Hopkins because he's older. And Jalen Ramsey, how long ago was that? How long ago was that? Now y'all, this is to me for clicks. When you bringing up a DeAndre Hopkins and a Jalen Ramsey, this is for you to get to read and really stay up on this. Because when have we seen Dallas do this? We're still going to live off the Amari Cooper, but how old was Amari Cooper when they traded for him?
24,
I think
25.
he's like 20. Exactly. Are those guys that age?
No,
they're on the wrong side. So we're in the hell with Dallas trade any of their capital, their precious draft capital, that they'll keep a player all the way to the end of their contract to get a compensatory pick. They're going to trade for all of a sudden DeAndre Hopkins and Jalen Ramsey, and they ain't did it in how long? Sorry, I don't believe you. 8.5. 9.0 on the Richter scale of clown
That's
behavior.
my dog.
Clownometer. No, you gotta get that horn. You gotta get that siren, boss. Play the siren thing, man. For the clownometer. You know.
Let me see. You put me on the spot. This one.
Yeah.
There it is. That's the purge right there. That's the purge.
Yeah.
No, that ain't the purge. This the purge. That's the purge.
Yeah, but I like that siren, man.
Yeah, that's the purge. This one is that siren, baby.
So the clownometer for me is right. I'm gonna piggyback off of Big Game James. Now, granted, I would like both of those guys on this team, believe it or not, but for trade, no. For trade, no. Let me say this again. For trade, no. I'm not finna help the ops, man, because I look at this. The LA Rams, they're about 24 to close to $25 million over the cap. So you just have to sit back and patiently wait for Jalen Ramsey to get cut, and then you can entertain that and see where he want to go. I think that he will be a perfect DB for the Cowboys, especially in this cover 3 scheme. And as far as DeAndre Hopkins, I have to look at it like this. Yes, he still would probably be phenomenal in this particular system and scheme, but I'm not finna give away valuable assets for him. I'm gonna sit back and wait. And if I'm gonna make a move at DeAndre Hopkins, it will have to be after the draft, not before it.
All right, so my clown meter on that is also Big. You talked me into it. I was actually thinking much lower, but Big, after listening to you make your case, I'm up to a 9. I'm up to a 9 on it as well. Yeah, so
come on, man.
No, you right, Big. And clap it up for Big, damn it. Y'all give Big his juice. Y'all clap it up for the OG, bro. There's one thing about the homie. He speak his mind. He with the shits. He really is. My boy Landlord in the building. What's up, OG Landlord?
What's up, Landlord? What's up, dog? What's happening?
So we concluded that clown meter, and most people agree with you that that's a clown clickbait of a 9. All right, so and I agree with that in clickbait season. Let's go to the next category real quick. All of y'all got to participate in this too, because we trying to see if y'all can recognize clickbait or not. All right. Law, I'm gonna start with you on there, bro. Don't get me started.
No. God, where? No.
All right, man. The Cowboys trade package for Aaron Rodgers will look like. Come on down to the clown-o-meter. Who's in the trade package? What would it look like? Who they got as the players? Come on down. You know, $50 million breaking news. Come on. Who's in the trade package right now?
Yeah, so what's your score on that, Law? What's your score?
Oh man, off tops, man. It's
a damn 10.
Yeah,
it's a 10. You know? Here it is right here. Let me pull out the Hennessy report. Breaking news, the clownometer has hit its all-time high at a 10. You want to get rid of certain players?
It's all fake news. It's phony stuff. It didn't happen.
Aaron Rodgers. Oh my goodness, $50 million. First, where you gonna get the money? Secondly, you know, the same team that we lost into the playoffs 2 times. At least the 2 times that we lost to that same team, we put up more than 10 points. Aaron Rodgers at home with the MVP dripping all over him. He couldn't put up more than 10 points. And he had Devontae Adams. He had an Aaron Jones. He had weapons, and he couldn't put up more than 10 points. And he's supposed to be the good ideology for the Cowboys. And excuse me, for the die-hard Cowboy fans, are you going to give Aaron Rodgers number 12?
The Big, what's your grade on that?
Not your goddamn mind.
Right.
This ain't even a 10. This is a 25. This is a 25.
Lighters on the dresser. Yes,
this is one of them things. Because first of all, here's what I'm gonna say. Didn't Aaron Rodgers say he can't stand Mike McCarthy?
Yeah.
Oh God.
So why in the hell is he gonna have a reunion with Mike McCarthy? He said he's a clown. He called Mike McCarthy a clown. Now all of a sudden they're gonna reunite after a couple of years. No, they're not. Dude, this is a 27.8 on a Richter scale of clown behavior. Just like Law said, where you getting the assets? Who you trading? Dallas ain't giving up no picks. And how old is this dude? He's almost 40. And you're gonna and Dallas Cowboys are gonna trade for him and put up assets for a almost 40-year-old quarterback. Man, whoever wrote that article should be fired. You should be fired. Why are you even saying those things? You got to try that hard. You got to say those type of things in the universe when you know damn well you know how the Cowboys operate, and they're not even going to sniff nothing like that. They get regular guys. They're going to get a guy who is supposed to be upper echelon, and he's almost 40, man. That dude, fire him. Sorry, I'm not disrespecting you, but fire you.
And the worst part is the fact that it's a no trade clause in Dak Prescott's contract.
Right.
That they know. So Dak would have to approve the trade.
Right. He has
Dak
to waive
gotta
it.
want to go where you want to
Green
trade him
Bay.
to.
Right. Man.
Nobody want to go to Green Bay, man. For real.
Nobody
want to go to Green Bay.
So it's
wants to
like,
go no damn Green Bay.
and I tell some people when I get into this debate, we got to learn how to fan like adults. And people be like, oh, boss, we just tired of losing behind our quarterback. That's cool. And I said this to this dude the other day. I said, it's cool that you mad. But to actually believe Santa Claus is going to come down your chimney and hand you the winning lotto ticket for Friday night, you can be mad, but you don't have to be dumb because you mad. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, what's the real solution? So what we was talking about earlier was a real solution. What we was talking about is trying to get potentially the best potential value in the draft. See, we talking real solutions, and every one of us was like, we would do it. I'm cool with putting pressure on Dak. I think he played better with pressure. I also like this guy upside. Can we have some adult conversations sometime? That's all we want. And is that wrong for me to ask for that?
Not at all.
So let me get back to some of this clown stuff real quick. So I agree with you, Big, on the clown meter. I'm also get at a 25. We got a one that's went viral.
Oh boy.
Super clown stuff. This is sad too. Bro, this blew up. See, my boy Tuck been flaming fish. Ooh, he been
flaming her. He been flame on.
Ooh, he been what?
Yo got fire.
Man, let me go push that button for boy. I'm talking about no mercy.
Yo got fire.
He been like every tweet went off.
About every tweet.
He had like 17 tweets about it.
Wow.
Yeah, he been going in. But see, this is the truth. I didn't think this was gonna take off like it did. Oh, shout out to Space too. Space been going at him too. Space and Tuck. They've been
You're gonna flame.
They've been flaming. All right. So we gonna talk about this real quick. But see, this is the thing. This thing did take off, bro. Go look around. Bro, it's everywhere.
Wow.
It's everywhere. Everybody, it's on NBC, dog.
Matt Florio.
Wow.
And
he just as garbage.
This is the worst part about Matt Florio. Matt Florio admitted at the end he wanted to click though. See, the title is to get you to click. Report Cowboys Intrigue by CJ. Then once you click, you got to read all the way down and hear him say, there's also a chance that the Cowboys are leaking the notion that the... Wait, what do you mean, Mike Florio? Wait, why didn't you say Mike Fisher?
Right.
Why did you say the Cowboys? Are you saying, Mike Florio, that the Cowboys use Mike Fisher?
Exactly.
Mike, listen, listen, you can call us little bitty, itty bitty YouTubers all you want.
Yeah.
Mike Florio a big boy. Mike Florio called him out. You know what I'm saying? There's we just some itty bitty.
Yeah.
We in our mama's basements. Sure, cool. Mike Florio in the NBC studio, dog.
Right.
So listen, this is the thing. This is shout out to the nation, dog. My boy, Main Purpose. Oh my God.
Maintaining. Yeah. That's what I like. Main Purpose.
Boy, say that boy. That boy said Mike Fisher does the dirty work again. It sounds like he matching what Mike Florio said. Wait.
Shout out to Main Purpose.
And this is the deal, bro. This is the deal. Fisher, you are also a YouTuber like us. Come on now.
Remember remember he had the disdain of the YouTubers? He had the disdain. They're just YouTubers.
You one of us, bro.
And then the next year you got right on YouTube. The next year you got right on YouTube.
I'm happy he growing too. I'm one of those dudes. I'm happy he doing good. I'm happy. Some boys be like, oh man, he colonized. He says, hey, whatever. I'm cool with it. Cause this is what I want. I want more people watching YouTube. I do. I'm being all. Can I be real? Do y'all want me to lie or tell the truth? You want me to tell the truth? I want him to get 300,000 subs by next year. I want it for him. I want 300,000 subs by next year. Because I don't even care. Because the more people watching YouTube, the more videos gonna be recommended to Boss Cowboy Sports, Big Game James, Space City. All of us gonna get recommended to everybody. I want as many people watching YouTube as possible. Because you're going to eventually come across Law Nation. You're going to eventually come across Big Game James. Some people go stay where they feel the most comfortable, but some people go be like, you know what? I like them over here. More for me. But at the end of the day, why Mike Florio calling out people like that? Can somebody answer that question, Big? What's the deal with that? Why you think?
Because he knows it's BS. Because he knows it's BS. Put the article back up. This is what I want to read.
Look at this last part.
Our guess that it's nothing. And even if it is something, there's nothing the Cowboys can really do about it. But just like this part, look at this end part where it says, if so, Prescott and his representatives likely see through that rust.
The rules. Yeah.
The rules.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes,
so
bro. Some major rules.
So basically, what he's saying is Prescott already know how y'all play the game. Y'all already know how y'all negotiate. So we ain't even going to listen to this because we know how y'all do. We know how y'all act. You get what I mean? And it's just sad because what team ain't going to be intrigued by CJ Stroud? Like just how you clicked it.
That. Yeah.
That's how. And here's the thing. I didn't know nothing about clickbait when I first started this. People were like, "Oh, that's clickbait," and I'm like, "What is clickbait?" I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what it was. I had to find out what it was, and I'm like, "Oh, damn, that's what clickbait is." Well, I make sure I don't do that. No, I don't do no clickbait. I ain't trying to do no sensationalism. But Law, to see this man say they are intrigued. That was the what you call the hedge.
Yeah,
that was the hedge.
Yeah.
So if people come at me, I say they were intrigued. Like, oh, these dudes be good with it. You threw that intrigued in there to make it look like if the heat came on you, you got the fallback or say, I didn't say they wanted him. I said they were intrigued.
Yeah.
That's classic clickbait, right? Because when anybody sees intrigue, what do you think the first thing they're going to do is they're going to click on it because Cowboys are intrigued by CJ Stroud, and you know damn well they're not going to get him. They know damn well he's not going to fall to no damn 26. And then when I heard Mike Fisher go, And just by some chance that C.J. Stroud falls, he's not falling to no damn 26.
Nah. He not falling
so shut
to
the
10.
hell up. That's a damn lie.
He's
not falling to 26. You a damn lie to even say if by chance
not
they're
falling
gonna
to
have
3.
a real shit. You feel me? Just cut that crap out. Just stop it. Like the Michael Jordan gift where it says, stop it. Get some help. That's what you need to do right now because you know damn well that's not happening.
And listen, I'm going to try to help some of y'all out. I'm going to be all the way honest with y'all and try to help some of y'all out. I do understand that when some people, and this is no shot at Mike Fisher, this goes for all insiders, because I do believe he is an insider. He got the number of Jerry and Steven. He does. That is an insider. I'm not going to cap like he ain't got no connects. He got major connects. So, but this is the deal. And shout out to his hard work too. It took a whole lot of work for him to become who he is. I respect him. You know what I'm saying? I respect his hustle. I respect all of that. I just see through it. So this is the deal that I'm going to say, just keeping it all the way real. We going to help you today, and I'm going to tell y'all something. See, what's happening with a lot of these usual suspects, that's why this is so important to call it the usual suspects. See, a lot of people like to line up like they better than others because they have privileged seats, right? Where you might be sitting in the press conference, you're able to ask you a couple of questions. That's cool. But see, sometimes you dealing with Jerry Jones who knows how to also work you. Because it's not just about you working him, it's about him working you. So when he wants some leverage, who he gonna talk to? The usual suspects. So, and what I mean by that, it's gonna be the people we trust the most. Yeah. So you gotta be careful trusting any one of them that has insider. And you gotta watch them all closely. Because any one of them, because see, somebody came out and said, a source said.
Yeah. It's to benefit the person, you know.
Yeah.
When they say they know the source, but the source is said, right?
Right.
Or they will flat out say the things, and when you inside, just pay attention. How did you get in? You know.
Right.
Pay attention to how they get in. So there's multiple ways, like different layers of onions with it. I look at it as a hustle, man. I have no ill will toward, like you said, Mike Fisher. I think that most of these people look at it as a money grab. They would say things to get those.
It is a money grab.
Views.
It's a connection grab too. It's about
recognition
power
too. Yeah, it's about being. It's not about being right. Sometimes it's about being first, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it because I know a lot of people gonna look at it as a divide, and they would say, "Well, Law is hating on X, Y, and Z." No, Law is just call it a spade a spade. It's a tactic, man. And look, there are things that you and I was privy to hear from, right?
Yep.
And you and I, you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
We didn't even expose it, right? We right now can have. I believe we can have 1 million views if we just said exactly what he said that day, right?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
But not everything is worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like Tupac said, you made a G today, but you made it in a sleazy way. You know what I'm saying? So we're not those.
I like that, Law.
Yeah, dog. We got some stuff, man, that we know for sure that can be golden. But we ain't finna say, well, a source said, and that's just the way it is in the journalism world, right? You know, you put me up on game, boss. Last year when you said, you know, when you go to journal school, there's a code, there's an ethic that they have to go by. But you know, Law, I don't care about that. You know what I'm saying? When I'm out there, if somebody blocked me, so when I'm out there, if he haven't unblocked me by the time I'm out there, he got into a training camp. You know what I mean? For me to call him out. And you know what I'm talking about. I ain't finna give him extra credit. But you know what I'm saying? But he gonna turn red and everything. Cause I'm like, hey dog, you got me blocked, dog. You probably one of the beat writers, dog. You know, I'm be talking loud and they can't say, well, Law, can you hush just a little bit? I'm gonna have the people on on my side because I'm here for the people.
I'm here for the people.
And I can go places where you think I can't go. I'm there. And before you even turn to say how you get there, I was welcome there, and I'm in the VVIP because of people I know. You know what I'm saying? Without the press conference and credentials and things like that, because I'm got it the real way, not the sleazy way. But that's just what it is.
I want y'all to understand that we are disrupting the system. I do want y'all to know that. We are disrupting the system. There was an order of things. You had the journalists that would line up, they sure would, and they would ask their questions. But see, you got to think about this. What gives them career longevity? Think about it. Access. Exclusives.
Yeah.
So the question you have to ask, so like let's just throw it out here and just say it like this. If I work for, let me just throw out a name, Yahoo, right?
Right.
If I have access to the point to where at least twice a year, Jerry's gonna give me something that nobody else knows. Right. I'm secured with Yahoo for the next 20 years.
Yeah. Right.
But then you got to say, what does that cost me?
Yeah.
In terms of my soul. Because it's some of these guys that literally came out and said on their own lives, you mean to tell me if the Joneses give you something, you not go come out with the story? See, Mike Florio called that being a water carrier. Where front office get to just tell you what to put out there and you go carry their water like a good boy.
Yeah.
See, that's why the new media is real. My boy Rome in the house.
Yeah. Because Jerry could never say this to Big Game James.
Are you embarrassed? Are you embarrassed as an organization about how the team is playing?
Get your damn act together.
He could.
Yeah, you're not gonna talk to me like that. I don't care who you are.
Yeah. Okay,
say Big tested. Trust me, Big is tested. Big had many times to kiss some ass. He don't kiss no ass, bro. Listen, it been times I've been like, Big, stop, bro. That's too much.
Oh yeah, my God.
How he did, old boy? What was his name? Bro, I forgot his name, bro.
Joe Trey.
Oh, how he did Everson Walls. Oh my.
Oh, Everson, man, I missed that day, man. God, dog,
man.
boy.
That dude said, "This is a true story, man." Everson Walls, you know, he came in, he big fish. That's a big fish. We was like, man, we landed Everson Walls. We getting ready to interview. I'm over here feeling all excited. I got my notes. And then we got to talking about Game Changer. I even hit the button, Big. I hit the button. We start talking about Game Changer. And Big did not back down. Look, this is what happened. Watch.
Hey, I love being a Cowboy.
Big Game James.
Game Changer.
Hey, let's have some fun. Let's have a good time, man. Let's kick it.
All right, so I say, yeah, Big. Everson Wall said, Amari is the game changer. Boy, that boy Big said, go ahead and tell him, Big. This shit was crazy.
I said, I love Everson Walls. I love Everson Walls. Don't ever think I don't love Everson Walls. But I don't give a hell if Everson Walls said he like Amari Cooper.
I was dying.
Everson was laughing. Everson was laughing.
Funny, bro. But it just showed you.
Everson didn't think it was gonna come like that. You know, and I didn't want to be disrespectful to Everson because I watched him. I looked up to him like Everson's always been an idol. So in my head, I was like, man, I hope he don't be mad at me, but I'm gonna say this.
Yeah, and that's why we all respect you, Big. And that's the power of independence. You know what I'm saying? That's the true power of independence. Is that we not afraid to say what they afraid to say. We see, ain't nobody go call us and be like, hey, leak this, boss. Boss, go leak this. It's gonna help you. You know, go call somebody else with that. I don't need that. And see, I'm gonna be honest, I even stopped trying to book a lot of them because you know what I realized? They don't help me grow. You know what I mean? And I got respect for him, but bro, like, why are we booking people that we just as good as? Like, straight up, I mean that, bro. Like, bro, our draft list on point, our predictions be on point, our everything that we do in terms of researching this team is on point. So why do we gotta go pull people like they experts over us when we more so experts over them? Real talk, bro. I ain't kissing up to nobody for what? For what?
I'm never gonna do it.
You got a good job. I'm proud of you, but man, I ain't gotta surrender to you or nobody, anybody, nobody at all.
No, not
All right,
never.
man.
Never gonna do it. Hey, I'll give you 100 million respect and props, but I'm not gonna do that.
Exactly. Now we ain't doing that. No, sir. So real quick, we gonna go ahead and get into our final words, man. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get into our final words, man. I always kick it off. And make sure before we get into these final words, man, we want to give y'all a good reminder that we got the final word coming back. We're gonna be talking about corners, all right? It's the draft show on Thursdays. And everybody already getting comfortable. See, we first started off all friendly. Everybody was nice on week 1. Week 2, the gloves came off. Week 3, we kicking balls in their face over what we think. People ain't, you notice that being, we was friendly week 1. Everybody was, oh, I like your, oh, that was a good pick. Oh, I like your list. Shit, week 2?
Week 2 is like, hell no.
Nah, bro. No. So y'all
Big Game James, a quick teaser, man. Who's your best corner right now, man?
Ooh.
Right now, I like Christian Gonzalez. He's my favorite guy right now.
Okay, it's your favorite. Okay. Why? Why?
You know why? Because when I look at Christian Gonzalez, I see a Patrick Surtain as far as the body type and all the measurables. He looks just like a Patrick Surtain to me. Only thing my caution is with Gonzalez. I don't know if he's a pretty boy type.
He a pretty boy type. You seen
he's
it
a
right.
pretty boy
Yo,
type.
your instincts right.
Your instinct telling you right.
I see the same thing,
Yes,
man.
we did, boy. We gonna do some fighting, man.
We gonna do some fighting.
You like him over
though.
Why you like him over Cam Smith then? Why you like him over Cam Smith?
I mean, because law. I mean, the only thing that's really keeping him from him being that man is that pretty boy type. Because he's a 4-3 guy. I bet you he runs in that 4-3-4-4. He's a sturdy 6'2", long arms. You've seen the tape on him. He's so smooth. He's so effortless. Oh, it's just easy to him. Oh my God, watching him is just like, oh, I want him. But I don't see that full dog, and that's where the caution is. But if you just look at the whole body type of what you want in the corner of what the Cowboys want, he's what you want, and don't say he ain't.
Ooh, that boy.
Well, you said you didn't see a full dog. You said
you being messy.
I'm looking for dogs.
I didn't see a full dog either.
Hey, y'all losing too. Hey,
but I admit
I want some dogs, baby.
It's a couple of dogs. Right? It's a couple of dogs.
It's some dogs. Nah, there's some dogs in here. But that Deontay Banks, he a dog. My other guy I like.
I saw you plugging Deontay Banks. I saw
he's
that.
a dog. Go watch him. He's a dog. Now, there's some other guys in there because I'm going to watch some more guys, but I like this cornerback
They said,
class.
did you look up Witherspoon, man? He's the dog.
But, no, I didn't look up Witherspoon. You know why? Because Dallas ain't going to get him.
Ooh.
So,
y'all
want – no, see, here's the thing. People want to look at players that Dallas ain't going to get. Devin Witherspoon is the class of the draft right now. So how in the hell is he going to fall to 26, and why the hell I'm going to scout him when I know damn well he not coming to Dallas?
I want to say something about this too. What my boy Big Santana said. We can freestyle if y'all want to cut the show. We can keep talking, but check this out. My boy Big Santana say they steal y'all content all the time. I'm gonna tell
Ghost
y'all.
watching.
Now, I'm gonna tell you, I want y'all to hear me out on this. I'm cool with it. Steal it. Yeah. That's what I'm here for. Steal it. Take it. Because the whole point is to put ideas out there for us to win. That's what we do. Well, that's what I do. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Now, it would be nice if you gave us some credit. But shit, I don't need your credit. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. We gonna grow regardless, dog. You know what I'm saying? Just being honest. As long as we working hard. That's the key to it. Staying fresh, working hard, staying creative. You know what I mean? So, I'm not gonna fuss about that. I'm just being real, Big Santana. I'm cool with that. And guess what? Because some boys been sending me stuff like, man, y'all talked about this and look at all these articles. It's almost everything y'all talked about on y'all draft show. Some of that is stealing. Some of that, to be honest, is we just seeing the same things.
Man, ain't nothing like that. And then I just love the fact I'm not looking for credit, validations, and credence and all of that stuff, because it's different. Whereas when somebody would take an idea that I had and I see it grow into what it is, it's all respect for me, because at the end of the day, there's only one Law Nation, man. And I go out there and I be saying to myself, look at my babies. You know, I just look at my thoughts, man, that's being manifested into the world. They don't have, look, I tell people all the time, they send me big paragraphs. Law, how can I start my content page? Or I like those who ask, but also I like those who take and don't even ask. But when I see my fingerprints, baby, when I see what my thoughts are out there in the universe or in the megaverse, or however you want to call it, the multiverse, I love it, man. Don't nothing give me more of a hard on than that right there. Make me want to flip this table over, man. When I see I said, that's me right there, y'all. That's little old Law, but they don't even know it. And I sit back and I love it when I see it, man. Because I know when I see it, dog. And I'm going to tell people right now, be free to take any of my content and repurpose it, man. Just be free. I don't even get mad about it. I don't.
Yeah,
I'm always grinding.
That's my honest opinion on it, bro. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I know what I can't wait till we do this Thursday, because I'm already amped up. Y'all done already started it, so we gonna get it in Thursday. Just so you know, Law.
I can't wait, baby.
I can't wait too,
I got my list right here, man. I got my list.
I ain't gonna come in there slipping. Trust me, bro. I ain't gonna come in there slipping.
Well, you better not. You a cornerback by heart. You better not come in slipping.
I could slip, man. That's a dream team we got up in the. No, y'all boys cold, bro. Listen, Big. I spent this weekend.
You posted that damn Terrence Steele shit.
That Terrence Steele was cold.
Terrence Steele stuff. That was cold.
He went back into the past. He went back away.
They said, let me bring it back to 1988.
I killed that Terrence Steele, bro. I forgot I posted that, bro.
I remember.
I put that on Facebook.
Bro, before you even really got in this universe, in this space, you was doing that book. Because remember, you was promoting the book before you really jumped into this game like
That's
that.
Facts.
And Terrence Steele was one of your guys.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I brought you on my show.
Sure did.
And we were talking about him, and you brought him up because remember you were promoting your book.
Yep.
We were talking about linemen. We were talking about the Senior Bowl.
Yeah.
And that's when Terrence Steele came up, and you said,
Big. He got cooked
Big.
by
I know he got cooked.
Yep.
Yeah. He said, Big, I know he got cooked a little bit, but keep your eye on him. I think he may be good. He's not going to be. What was the guy that got ate up in that Atlanta game?
Green.
Chaz Green.
Yeah.
Chaz Green.
Byron Bell, man. We had some bad
tackles, man. You said he's not him, and I said, Boss, you're right. I agree with you. I just look at the measurables, and I think he can be good. And Boss was staunchly saying, Terrence Steele can be good for us. Don't slip on him. So kudos to you on that.
Man.
But kudos to you on a lot of players that you said that. I ain't going to lie. A lot of people laughed at. I ain't going to lie. I raised my eyebrows on a few players that you mentioned. But then when I watched them play in a couple years, I'm like, damn, this dude is pretty good. And Boss called it.
But I say that with you too, bro.
I'm gonna give you your props on that, big dog. Major props on that.
I pulled some clips. I'm gonna show you Thursday. If it's not this Thursday, it's gonna be next Thursday. I spent this whole weekend looking at some of y'all predictions. Big, you was going crazy, bro. Like the stuff you was saying, I forgot you said. Ooh, I'm gonna save it though. But I saved it. I'm gonna say we gotta show everybody's skill set, cause the whole panel cold, bro. Tuck code, DMV code, law code, U code. Like this is and we all independent, bro. Nobody's sucking up to nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So eventually we go disagree on something. It's gonna be good. So
that's why they need to tune in this Thursday, man. That's gonna be a Yo Got Fire, Yo Got Flame, boy.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I can't wait because I'm really getting excited about that show. Just a selfish plug to it. I really loved last week. I loved how we had a good dialogue back and forth. And I ain't gonna lie, I can't wait to jump in the arena again so we can all talk about our players and really break it down. And I love how we agree to disagree, but it's a good thing.
Yeah. And then somebody called CD. Yeah, that was tough.
It was tough. Oh.
Yeah, that was tough. You know, so it's talent, bro. It's talent like crazy. So man, my final words is this. Y'all just be very cautious. You know what I'm saying? We got respect for the journalists. They also do got respect for us. They do.
Yeah, they do. They do.
They got respect for us, and sometimes they understand that, hey, man, when you stick your chin out, you go get slapped. That's part of the game. They understand that. So, but at the same time, we want to make y'all conscious that because some people might say that they got titles or say they insiders, that don't mean that they can't be compromised. That don't mean that they are compromised, but that also don't mean they did not compromise. You know what I mean? Man. And you need to be more so looking for, are you potentially compromised, and what are the signals that you are compromised? And so that's what we try to make you aware of, is just not to fall for titles. Don't fall for titles. Yeah. Look at track records. Are people really giving you real information, or are they telling you they're getting ready to give you information, and then you come into it and they just really talking about something that's not even Cowboy related or topical related? You know what I'm saying? That way you getting the value out of this space. You know what I mean? And we don't want good people deceived. We don't want you to think, because let me just explain one of the biggest fallacies of this CJ. Do you really think the Dallas Cowboys gonna move up 25 spots? And do you know what that costs? That's the question. Do you know what that costs? That's why people don't know why. We see right through it. As soon as we saw it, all of us was like, oh, hell, right? But it's good people out there that want us to improve at the quarterback position. It's like, that's a good idea. We should trade. Well, won't somebody tell them what it costs? And when you find out that it's going to cost your whole future to move up 25 spots.
Future.
It will cost you your whole future in draft picks to move up 25 spots. It's hard to move up 2 spots.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And everything is even amplified more when you got Jerry and Jones in your name. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, that's just what it is.
Right.
So this is also clickbait season, and they go use it with Dak, they go use it with Diggs, they go use it with Zeke, they go use it with Pollard. I'll say follow us, to be all the way honest with you. Follow us, real talk. Because if I'm fighting Big Game James, it's real. If he fighting me, it's real. You know what I mean? It's not fake. We're not doing it for TV. We didn't get up and say, hey, we noticed that on Twitter, this topic is moving the needle. Let's manufacture a... No. Big is over there like, I don't feel Zeke. That's real to him. The OC told me today, I can't wait to talk to you, bro, because I feel big. I'm like, well, let's fight it out. But it's real fights. It ain't fake, dog. So this is where you go get that real stuff, man. That's my final word.
All right, I'm going to come in because I like Law going last. But my final word is this. Me and Boss call them dirty pastors.
That's just what we call them.
We call them dirty pastors. Leading the sheep astray.
Yep.
And them is dirty pastors. And one thing you know about when you go to church, they always say, don't just listen to the pastor. Read it for yourself.
Real.
Okay?
Fact.
Read it for yourself. Don't just listen to what that pastor says, because then you get to worshiping the pastor and you forget about worshiping the word. You know what I'm saying? So, study the word and don't study the pastor. And that's my final word.
Ooh, that was sure. You should have went last with that one.
I know you should have went last.
That boy was. That was good, man. That boy good. Hey, all right. I don't even know if I can come back after that, but what I can say is, man, to echo what Big Game James and Boss Cowboy Sports said. Man, you know, we got to study for yourself, right?
Yeah.
And do your own homework, have your own opinions. And that is the basis of even starting your content creations. Look, I heard people say, hey, you know, I got to wait till I get the right camera. I got to wait till I get the right sound equipment. I started with a cell phone, man. So, and just throw your opinion out there, but back it up with facts, man. Don't try to be like someone else. Be you. Be the authentic version that God created you to be, and everything will work its way out. Man, shout out to all of those journalists out there. Shout out to everybody like the radio stations that's now in this circle of content creations. Look, like Boss Cowboy said, man, as they grow, we grow, because it all feeds around it, and we have a different of opinion. Look, ain't nobody bigger than the Cowboys community. No one. I mean, it's saturated like hell. It's got like multiple people joining every day, creating content, creating pages and stuff like that. It's a free lane if you're an LA Charger fan right now. It's a free lane if you're a Cardinals fan. You know what I'm saying? Look, it's to the point that you can literally see our channel page and stuff, and you can see the Eagles replicating it, right? You can see the Washington team community trying to replicate what we do. So we are the blueprint over here. Cowboy Nation all day as we all grow. The community grow, and I love it, man. Let's continue to grind and shine. That's my time with this, man. Appreciate y'all.
Let's get it.
3, 2, 1, drop it.
And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best.
Drop it hard.
Let's go.
It's time to
Yeah, man, that was the final word, dog.
Watch out for them dirty pastors.
Yeah, look out for them clowns, bro. Look out for them. Watch out.
Watch out. Dirty pastors, they out there.
They want you to click. They look like this. Clowns.
I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel lately. I just
Man, get out of
wanna
here.
run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal lately. I
Let's
just
crank
wanna
it up,
run
y'all,
it
man. Hit
up.
them likes on the way out, man.
Hush, Eagle fans.
Come check us out. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Yeah.
Fumble away for winning the Super Bowl.
Lately, I just wanna
One fumble.
One fumble.
I need them fives, need them tens, I need
Man,
that
But
somebody.
pay that man 55.
Ooh, 55.
Yeah, go pay him 55. Pay Danny Jones 45.
We didn't even talk about that. Damn. We should have. We'll talk about that maybe Thursday. Man, boys
Texas
liking that
Day.
big. Boys is liking that. What you said at the end.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Study the word, don't study the pastor.
Ooh, hey, Big D's 83 says study the final word.
Hey man, that's real.
Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Unless it's
You are
magic.
fake news.